Hey everyone, so I'm starting off with freshly washed hair that I put into these twists overnight. So my hair is about 75 to 80% dry. I'm just going to start by taking down some of the twists in the back here. I just unravel the twists and then I'm going to run my fingers through to finger detangle any large clumps, but I'm really not going to be using many tools for this procedure. I don't use tools generally with my hair very much. So what I'm going to do is, starting in the back, I'm going to split this section into two, and I will be doing two cornrows from the section you see here and then a third one on top, and these are going to be horizontal cornrows. So it helps to do horizontal cornrows in the back for crochet braids so that you can loop each of the crochets horizontally across your head in a row fashion. And I'm doing this in no particular special fashion. As you guys can see, I'm not even using a comb. There's just no need, in my opinion, for anything to be super neat because no one's ever going to see these, and the crochets are going to be covering this anyways. So I kind of like to do the least amount of manipulation as possible. This style for me is a protective style, a low manipulation style, so I don't use a comb to detangle, I don't use a comb to part, I don't have anything that looks super neat in here. I just make sure that I have, 3 cornrows that are tight enough to my head that I can then loop crochets through them. So as you guys can see, I've got the two going back and forth, and then they come back again to the top for a third cornrow right up there. Really messy, but really comfortable. And then I'm going to go right ahead and go into the front, where I'm going to do straight cornrows. So horizontal cornrows in the back, and then in the front there's straight cornrows from the front of my face back to where those cornrows are. And that way I can loop in the crochets in the row fashion in this form and layer the crochets that way that I can create the volume that I desire. So again, as you guys can see, I'm not using, any tools or anything to do these cornrows. Cornrows can take a good amount of practice for you to get used to this. It's not easy to do a cornrow generally straight back or in horizontal fashion, so it took me a couple times of practicing doing my own crochets. This is my 4th time doing my own crochets. And so I got a little bit better at cornrows, even though they're not super perfect. They are neat enough to resemble rows. And as long as you get it tight enough to have your crochets be secure in there, I think that's really all you need. I've gone to a professional to have her do cornrows and do my crochets for me before, and she has done them very tight and very small, and I've been left with like very intense headaches, sometimes even sores in my scalp, just a lot of pain and tension where I don't want there to be that. I want this style to be something that will help my hair, so I really just don't put that much pressure, power, or tension into these. I like to just keep it nice and low-key. So now that all my cornrows are absolutely finished, I'm going to take all the ends of these cornrows and I'm actually going to unravel all of these ends because I'm going to need to connect them. So I go ahead and start unraveling all of these different cornrows, and now you see that they're unraveled. I have complete kind of fuzzy ends here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cornrow all of these ends together across. So as you guys can see, I started from the other end, cornrowed all the ends together, and here I am finishing up that very large cornrow. And all I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take that very large end you see there and loop it through the cornrows, and I'm going to make sure that it's nice and secure. And I'm probably going to take 1 or 2 bobby pins and just tuck the ends right into the center of my head there. So the finished look looks something like this, kind of like a snake pattern back here. It's a little bit bulky, and that's okay for me because I'm going to be using dreads this time, so I'm going for a bigger volume kind of look. The only tool you need is this crochet tool right here. You can get your beauty supply store for like $1 or $2, and what you need to do is just hook the hook through your cornrow wherever you want to put your crochet. Then you'll grab your crochet and you'll take the loop part and you will put that in the hook, and then you will pull the crochet through your cornrow. Then you'll take that same loop and you'll stuff the rest of the crochet through the loop. You're tying a little bit of a loose knot here. Tighten that up, pull it close to your roots, and that's how you do that. And I will show you a couple more close-ups of that later on. So I'm just making my progress, putting in all the crochets, and I end up with a pretty good looking amount of hair that I have cut short to my liking. And now I'm just going to go back through and add little crochets in the places that I know are exposed. So I just loop that crochet pen through with an open hook, put the loop on the open hook, close the hook, and pull it back through my cornrow, and then loop it through. So that's what I like to do as like a nice little method. It's really not too hard after you get the hang of it. So I'll just show you one more time. So here I am pretty much finished. I used 5.5 packs, and basically I'm going to end up taking out one of those brown crochets in the end. I only used a couple from the brown pack, and then I used about 5-ish packs of the black color. So it's pretty full and it's very light. I love how movable it is. It's my first time ever doing dreads crochets, so I do really like it, and I hope to keep these in for about 3 to 4 weeks. So it's alright that I did real big chunky cornrows underneath there. Let me know how you guys like to do your crochets, and thumbs up if you liked the video. Take care.